Everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for the Belgian Grand Prix. Before we get right ahead down below, like and subscribe, this has helped a lot, and let's get right into it. So here I am out for my flying lap around the circuit, Spa-Francorchamps, here for the Belgian Grand Prix. Of course, you know, classic circuit, as I say, every single time we're here, and a really fun circuit to go around. Of course, you know, who doesn't like racing at Spa? Currently on lap 2, improving by about a tenth on our final lap, and currently in P8 behind our teammate Carlos Sainz. So let's see if we can finally out-qualify our teammate, but it looks like we aren't even going to be maybe challenging for the top spots, as you know, normally when we are doing that, Carlos Sainz is up there, but well, he definitely doesn't have, can't get the pace out of the car. Maybe our car is just better like the turns, and then maybe in like the flat out sections, but I'm not really too sure. I guess we'll see. Currently still 1/10 gained, so quite good. I'm pretty sure Carlos Sainz was about a tenth away from us, so we need to watch out for that. But actually through that those twists and turns, we actually gained another like 3/10 over there, so up 4/10 on our best time before, which is good. That's definitely a large amount of time to gain on one lap. But let's see if we can actually get through the bus stop chicane over here and across the line, whilst gaining and keeping this time gained. Gaining some time on the entrance, but on the exit losing a bit, but go purple in the last sector and actually improve by about half a second. Up to P5. Pierre Gasly on pole, Max Verstappen in second place, and Sebastian Vettel in third place, with our teammate Carlos Sainz in P8. Let's see what I guess we can do during the race. Hopefully fight up, maybe get a podium, maybe a win. I guess we will go and have a look and see.
We're in Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula 1 World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Tsunoda, Red and Aitken, Norris, Sainz, Delatraz and Daniel Ricciardo, Stroll, Giovinazzi, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Joe, Bottas, Nobuharu Matsushita and Christian Lundgaard, Mick Schumacher, Russell, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So here we are lined up in P5 in our red split racing car for the last Belgian Grand Prix on this game. Of course, last time out in Season 4, we actually ran out of fuel on the back straight in Sector 3. We were actually going to win that race, but I messed up, underfueled the car by too much, and we ran out of fuel, and that was it. Now, I underfueled the car as well, but by only half a lap, so, or like 0.5 laps, whatever that means. But yes, definitely a lot less, because I was worried about not finishing the race again. But we get past Sebastian Vettel into turn 1 and going up and past Yuki Tsunoda over here in the AlphaTauri. A little bit of a bump over there, but no damage for either of us. But we are still side by side going into this off-camber section, corner even. But we do manage to get past it right up into P3 on the first lap, which is definitely what you need. Lap 3, of course, DRS activated, but we are too far away from Verstappen and Gasly to use it. But of course that just means that we have to defend from Yuki Tsunoda and everyone behind. But we are really good in a straight line. As you can see, we actually set the fastest lap on lap 4 over here, which is pretty decent. But then when I actually did start lap 4, I kind of noticed that I was just losing time in every sector. Red sector 1, red sector 2. So I was there like, I'll pit in a lap earlier, because as you can see, we were meant to pit in lap 5, but because of the tyre usage, of course we use these tyres during qualifying as well, I just thought I'll just get going, get onto the medium tyres a little bit sooner, and hopefully get an undercut on Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly. But I guess we'll see. But as you can see on the minimap over there, Lando Norris actually going slow in the McLaren. We actually go to lap him after, because he's just going so slowly. They do fix the issue eventually, but it took them so long that it actually just get lapped, which I'm pretty sure the first time we've done that since maybe season 1, when we did 50% race. But as we go down the inside of Nobuharu in the Williams over there, but easy enough, it's a Williams. We are the fastest car, and the Williams is, I'm pretty sure, one of the slowest cars in this season. Lap 5 going on 6, we move up from P15 up, nearly crashing into Guan Yu Zhou. Now I was really wanting to go, I actually missed my braking point. I actually first thought that maybe I would go in front of him to avoid him, but then he started turning in, so on the last second I actually go left, not hit him over there, but that is good. We move up to P13, but now right behind Guan Yu Zhou. He still hasn't pitted in yet, so he is on the slower used soft tyres. We get a warning for exceeding the track limits, but there was no other way to get past him. But luckily just a warning, and we can go past, and once again nearly going into the back of Bottas this time, and then nearly crashing with Guan Yu Zhou over here. But we do manage to make it and not crash into anyone once again. That if we would have crashed into Guan Yu Zhou before, that probably would have been a front wing damage, maybe even the suspension damage. But as we get out behind Yuki Tsunoda, so the undercut didn't work. We were stuck in traffic for too long, but we are right behind them, and of course we're going to get DRS over here, which is going to help us a lot. So yeah, the first crash with Guan Yu Zhou would have probably taken us out of the race, as we get past Yuki Tsunoda quite easily, setting a purple first sector. Now the other crash with Bottas probably would have been a damage front wing, maybe just, but you never know, might have moved to left or right, damaged the suspension as well, and that might have been it, but I guess we will see. But as we can see, we gained a lot of time on Max Verstappen with the undercut. Pierre Gasly, he's just in his own world now. We really can't catch him up, just too far away. But with Verstappen, he was actually being held up by a person who still hasn't, who didn't pit in yet. I'm pretty sure it was an Alfa Romeo, but I'm not really too sure. I didn't really pay attention, but he got held up for about a full lap, to be honest. And as you can see over here, we actually go past him, and that was basically it. We just had to defend in a couple of places, but we were just so fast in Sector 1, Sector 2, that Sector 1, Sector 3, that we just gained loads of time, and then we didn't really have to worry in Sector 2, so that was basically it. But Nicholas Latifi out of the race on the final lap, some sort of problem with his car, but as you can see, him on the left over there, but us coming into the final couple corners to get a podium in the Belgian Grand Prix, starting from P5, finishing P2. Definitely not a bad race after all.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
A difficult race then on one of the all-time classic circuits, but they persevered to take the win here today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Our winners are heading to the podium right now. AlphaTauri have done an exceptional job when it comes to forging new talent and seeing them take home the victory. Today is a huge positive for the future of the sport.
So it's a win for Pierre Gasly with us in second place and Max Verstappen falling down to P3. Carlos Sainz in P7. Looking at the standings, we move up to P2 ahead of Carlos Sainz by 8 points and behind Pierre Gasly by 10 points. So not that bad. 10 points is still easy enough to get back within these last 3 races, but in the constructor standings, 45 points ahead of AlphaTauri. I think we are safe with the constructors. We just need to focus on the drivers now, but for now that is good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.